No, I don't want it.
You tell me right now. I ain't gonna
now recording.
Man, Craig got a good voice, bro.
Yo, bro.
No, I kind of like Craig. Honestly, I ain't gonna front, bro. Like Craig sounds futuristic as fuck.
I feel that.
We in the future. We're in the Matrix. We real as hell. Trying to escape the Matrix? Question mark.
Escape the Matrix.
Damn, Kev, you know, let me start the clock.
Oh no, I just had it there, so whenever we're ready, we're ready.
Okay, I'm gonna leave all of this in.
If you want, by all means.
I'm saying bloopers, just saying. You know, and then we add like a cartoon music in the background, just dun, 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 dun. And then there you go, done. And there you go, another video right there, just right there, done deal.
Content.
Why is Greenbot here?
I just have him there just in case we need him.
Yo, bro, why you being modest? That's rude, bro. He's sitting right there.
You're right. I don't want the androids in the future to hear this and have very concise, official information on me. So I'm sorry, androids in the future.
Yo, 16 called. He wants his Goku.
Oh, I get it. Androids of the future. Oh, okay, we're doing Dragon Ball Z references. Perfect. Because it's hooligan time, baby. Hi, hooligans. It's Hooligans High. Here with your daily dose of shit talk, field talk, and real talk. Privilege to be alive. And shout out to the ride or die, our day ones. Cause like you, there ain't none, baby. Here with the brothers, the broskies, Kevin and Roger. Talk to me, my boys. What's good? We back, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's that time of the week.
I said, talk to me, my boys. Why is Kevin the only one talking to me? Raj, come on, talk to me, my boys.
Yo, honestly, I'm gonna be off brand for once. Jay, how are you?
What? No. Oh shit. Nah. You know what? This is because of the shit we said off mic. That's why Roger switched it up. Bro.
Look,
I'm finding myself very well.
You know what? He's right. We don't give no love to you because you know what? Every time you out here trying to be like, yo, I'm worried about my boys. I want to know they're weak. I want to say what's up, and then we just get into it. It's like. And then you just hear him in the background, just in the eyes of an angel.
It's like to support your local podcaster.
Then we got Jason staring at the screen with some puppy eyes. He's just looking at us like, hi.
With the headphones
subscribe.
on.
You can support us.
Not even on Patreon. $1 a day. You too can ask about Jay's day.
Yeah. It doesn't get asked about his day. Oh shit.
That shit's rich.
Right.
But no, Jay, for real, how are you? What's good with you, my brother?
I'm finding myself very well, very healthy. Had a great weekend with the family, of course. Went to watch Wakanda Forever on Friday. On Saturday, we celebrated my nephew's birthday. On Friday, I celebrated with my brother a little bit, but we mainly celebrated on Saturday, and we had a great time. Stayed at my brother-in-law's house, my sister's house. Over there. We were at Curly's, and we had such a great time. Such a beautiful time with the family, and I can't complain, man. Sunday, I chilled. I really just wanted to relax. Just had one day. I have just one day, but there's no time for that anymore. But I just needed that one more day to adjust and get my sleep right. I slept twice, bro, on Sunday. It was crazy. But other than that, man, I can't complain. Life's been great. Thank you for asking, Raj. There's nothing else to talk about. How are you guys?
Now let's give it up for Jay. Woo! He finally got asked about his day. In all seriousness, I know Kevin. We went to go see Wakanda Forever together. That shit was pretty lit.
I'm jealous.
And then me. We went to go celebrate one of my boys' birthdays actually this weekend too. It was actually ironic right after the movie. That was really lit. After that, I know, Kevin, you had another double party weekend, you fucking animal.
Yes,
that's
sir.
what I heard.
Always out.
And then
always out, man.
I know that this boy out here, yo, he's shaking cheeks like they like someone owes him money. I'm telling you, this boy might as well be a fucking weekend stripper.
Kevin's out there shaking ass, bro. I feel it, Kev. No. I used to shake ass too. What? And shaking ass. Wait, I mean, yeah. I thought you said I was gonna yo you because I thought you said taking it in. Never mind. Anyways.
Whoa, wait, hold on.
Okay, pause.
Calling it. Put this man away. The devil's lettuce is in him.
The devil's lettuce is indeed. It's in the vicinity. It's somewhere in the vicinity. I won't disclose where. So, all right. Basically, before we just waste any more time, let's get this shit started, gentlemen. All right. Lately we've been saying things to the women and to the men too. I feel like I've listened back to the podcast. I feel like we hold men accountable too. But now we're just gonna take our time to, say to how you fucking simps just fucked up the game. How the monsters you have created because you are just simping to the max degree and have all this money and don't know that women are sometimes using you and manipulating you because you're so easy to manipulate because you go with the wind. You're a weak man. You're a coward. Yeah, you don't stand up for yourself. You don't set boundaries, and just to put women aside, it's not even doing good for you. There's nothing good for you happening besides you making money when people are just walking all over you and taking advantage of you. You feel me? So I just want to say you fucked up the game. You fucked up the game. And now when I say you fucked up the game, do you guys know what I mean when I say that?
Yeah, 100%. The way all guys now, when basic interactions with women, most of these women are taking a lot of these things for granted because they think they could get it from anyone else because most of these simps are just throwing them just at them, bro. So yeah, 100% I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and another thing is that you don't understand, men, your attention validates a lot of partners. We'll just say that because we're just putting one, whatever you're looking for. Let's just say it. Your attention is validation to women, right? Whether women want to admit it or not. And I'm not talking in like when they get it unwarranted, when they know they can get it from you. It's not like where you could just approach a random girl and feel entitled as a man that she needs to talk to you. She doesn't have to talk to you, right? No, that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about is I lost my train of thought. What was I just talking about?
The attention validating.
Right. And what I'm saying is when she cares about you and when she wants your attention, that's her validation from you. And she can get that from you. It's like a subconscious shit test from women. And men fall for it every time. They give them the attention knowing they got shit to do. If you don't have your shit together, then you can't give all your attention to the woman. And I'm just speaking from experience. This is not something that I'm just talking out of my ass. This is something that I'm very well aware of. And sometimes we got to take accountability as men. But Raj, what do you have to say about this?
All right, so we're ready to get canceled. Okay, so
I love when Roger wants us to get canceled.
So
I love it.
My whole thing is like, again, like Jay already mentioned, this comes from experience, because there comes a point where like you're young, you're chasing after what you got to chase, and then like sometimes you get a little overzealous, and it's part of growing up, I think. But the fact that people in their like late 20s, 30s, 40s, hell 50s, sometimes you're later than that, bro, and they're like sitting there and they're just like satisfied with beating their meat and then watching like these girls like bounce around and then making all this money. Like, they're playing us for fools. We look like a bunch of clowns because
Are
of
you
that.
talking about the OnlyFans Simps?
No,
Is that
no,
what
I'm
you're
talking
hinting
about
at?
everywhere, bro. TikTok,
Just Twitch.
Instagram.
Look at Twitch, bro.
Twitch. Look at Twitch. Exactly. Playing games and look
Oh,
at
you guys are fucking potty.
Oh,
You guys are.
no. So look, no. Whoa. Hold on. I'm not far from done. Though my whole thing is, why would you go and waste the money that you literally bust your ass with every day? Making your time, putting your efforts, doing everything possible to make sure your bills are all good, and then sometimes sacrifice that to watch a pair of titties bounce around. Why? When you don't get any gratification from it besides just watching them move. You're not physically there. You're not the one interacting with them. You're not the fucking one having your way with it. You didn't earn that. You bought that, and you're a coward and you're weak if you're okay with that. You're pathetic. You bunch of simps ruined the way women look at us because they only look at us as a cash grab. That's why they bounce their ass, they work their asses out, and they fucking walk up to us with their fat asses thinking, okay, I got the looks, I got the man. Done deal. I don't have to do anything ever again. Modern day women, just saying. Quoting last pod.
And you know, just to put it away from women, and you know what's the baseline of the foundation of a lot of men's problems? It's insecurity. And I feel like a lot of the simps, if you look at them and if you really talk to them, there's a foundational insecurity in there, whether it's, you know, how you look, how you're built, what you do for a living, what you don't do for a living, how much you make, how much you don't make. There's always an insecurity that a man holds. And until a man is comfortable enough with himself and who he is and really knows himself inside and out, you know, and once he sets boundaries and he puts his foot down and sets standards, he doesn't realize that he's in simp mode. And a lot of you men don't even realize it when we're talking to you. Eventually, we're going to get popular. Eventually, this is going to go out to somebody, and eventually somebody's going to hear this. If you are basing your decisions and your major life decisions on a girl in your early 20s and your early teens, up until probably even your late 20s, then you're doing it wrong. You're living life incorrectly. Hear it from me. You have to make decisions based on being a man. I heard something great that Andrew Tate said. He said that, you know, one of the things that he says that makes a lot of sense is that a man can't base his life on happiness, right? He can't do that. You know, whether he's happy or sad. A man is at his best. It's when he's uncomfortable, right? So you can't base your life, like, even when you're sad, there's still things that need to be done, right? There's still responsibilities that need to get taken care of, right? And a lot of men are not living to their fullest potential because at the baseline of it is insecurity, and insecurity causes a need for validation. And a lot of the time, young men want the validation from women, when it should be when you know yourself and you know your standards and you set your standards and you know yourself very well and you grow into your man. That's when you're able to realize that, oh, I'm the one that stamps the validation. I the one that does that. Because you know yourself, you're building up your value, you know what you can do. At that point, you become dangerous. And when you're dangerous, you're peaceful. And until you guys learn that, you're never gonna learn. You know, you guys got to have alone time. You guys got to really dig deep inside, see what you're made out of, and stop being a fucking coward. Get out the house and, you know, let a girl chase you. Don't be the other way around. And if anything, it shouldn't be a chase, because what is a chase? Like when you're chasing money, when you're chasing anything, like when a lion chases a gazelle, it's because the gazelle is trying to get away from it. So whatever you're chasing is trying to get away from you. And I'm gonna end that with that.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that, man. Especially on having other figures point out good traits about being dangerous. For example, Jordan Peterson himself saying all men should be capable of being dangerous, but maintaining it within themselves just to be exerted when necessary. it's better to, and then the old Chinese, not Chinese, the Japanese proverb, it's better to be a samurai in a garden than a gardener in war.
And
So
go ahead. No, go ahead, brother.
No, I was going to say, just to enforce the being uncomfortable, like you have to think about how warriors live. They're in a constant training just for the battles of survival back in the day, like samurais, gladiators. And we looked up to these people for a reason, because of their constant need of battle to improve, to be uncomfortable, because that what brings out the essence of male figures, you know. They usually, I remember hearing about their protein and the way they eat was like not even protein at all. They would eat just mush or vegetables of these gladiators, and yet they still performed as if they were eating these tons of like pounds of meat. Of how you see these bodybuilders nowadays, like, nah, that was just back on pure willpower and just how you saying adjusting yourself to being in that situation.
I have one last thing to add to that. The whole thing of men nowadays, we as men also just, and I just see it in a lot of the youth and a lot of like the starting to get older, like age, you know, starting to get to like the 50s, kind of get into like mid 50s. There's just nothing that excites men anymore. Like nobody's eager, or no one has anything they feel like they have to do. Everyone is content being comfortable. No one wants to take the risks no more. Nobody wants to push themselves. Nobody wants to go further. And you know what's funny that, you know, Jay, that you mentioned that Andrew Tate said men are supposed to be uncomfortable. You know where I remember hearing that first ever? Our dad. I remember our dad used to spit that to us all the fucking time. That was like one quote I think I always kept with me from him. And you know, and he was right. And look, as we're reciting it right now, still teaching us till this day. So rest in peace, Pops, again. But, you know, with all things considered, there's no reason. And you know what's another crazy thing? There's always a reason for a man to be a man. But the fact that people feel like there has to be a validation for a man to be a man is the problem. We should just be men. I'm done.
I think the problem with that is just the way how things could be labeled as toxic masculinity, and like a lot of guys are afraid of that. And I think that's complete bullshit in my opinion. Like there's no such thing as toxic masculinity. There's toxic behavior.
It's toxic behavior. Yeah.
And
go ahead.
And then there's just being a man in general. Like we're just wired a certain way. Don't judge us for us. Just the same way how women have their ways of being wired and they don't want to be judged for it. It's the same way as for a man. It goes both ways.
We talk about in this podcast a lot about, like, you know, how people are being weak and how, like, you know, there's unfairness and all this stuff. Honestly, when we speak, it's all about equality at the end of the day. You know, You don't like it. I mean, hey, look, there's other places to go, but we're here to be real. Like we've always announced, real talk, real place, fun times, done deal. And you know what?
Yes,
we appreciate those who listen, and anyone who takes the advice and you learn anything from it, we appreciate you more for it. And we hope that, you know, maybe we clicked something that maybe you forgot about.
Yes, sir. And are you guys done?
Yeah, I'm not.
Dude, no, man, I said my piece. I think we got canceled enough.
Yeah. The thing about toxic masculinity, right, is like, man, it's just one of those things. It's like calling somebody a misogynist or like toxic masculinity, or it's like these different things to like shame men, and like, and men should only be labeled with what they are. Like, you know, like R. Kelly, he's a groomer, and Bill Cosby, he's a rapist, I believe. I don't know, some shit like that. An abuser of some sort. Those are the things they should be labeled as, you know. But then, you know, you get some woman who you know don't like, or not even woman, just, you know, just communities of people with voices in social media just you know, just very sensitive and emotionally driven, and sometimes that's gonna have some repercussions of its own because people respond to emotions, and it's just a bunch of bullshit. It's just I think something, like I said, I've made this point constantly, right? So there's a lot of things to destroy masculinity. But speaking of some masculine shit, right? Hey guys, we had fights on fights this weekend. Like for real.
This week's been stacked. It's been crazy.
Yeah, this week's been stacked. And like fuck, are we gonna start with the Floyd and Deji?
Of course.
Boy.
I think that's the crown jewel right now. I mean, how
Sorry, no money won.
Yeah, let me pull up.
Spoiler alert.
Let me. Yeah, right. I think that was a spoiler before the fight even started. Like, all right. So let me pull up the card. Let me look up here. Pulling up the notes. Okay.
Chalkboard.
So the first fight I saw was Jack Fincham versus Anthony Taylor, right? And Anthony Taylor is this very entertaining dude, right? He's this MMA dude. He wrestles. I think he has some kickboxing, wrestling, and boxing experience. But bro, that guy's he's a great boxer for this like influencer, like boxer thing. Like, and even in the professional, he could probably go a long way because he just has, Kev, guess whose style he has? Take a wild guess. If I'm pointing you out. Raj, Kev, take a wild guess what style he has.
Muay Thai?
Come on. What boxing style do you think he does?
Southpaw.
No?
Yeah,
Hajime no Ippo? No?
He does the peekaboo?
Yeah, he does the fucking peekaboo.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Exactly. So, if you guys don't know, Hajime no Ippo is this boxing anime. And basically he's taught the peekaboo style, which is a style that Mike Tyson does, and bro, like he was giving Jack Fincham the beats, but you know Jack Fincham stood strong, but eventually Anthony Taylor was just a decisive winner overall. Like he couldn't get him down, but you know it was just decisive. It was obvious, right? You know, the next fight, it was, I didn't really watch it. It didn't really matter to me. I saw Jahan Ingram versus Kuzi, though. That one I did see. Jahan Ingram is like this Floyd Mayweather, like prospect, right? And he fought a Japanese kickboxer. But Jay, I'm not gonna lie, that Japanese boy, he was putting in the work. He was giving him the work. It was just supposed to be like a 3-round exhibition, but they were giving each other the work by the second round. Like they went hard the first round. They were like, you know, testing each other out, but still like were making connection and contact because it's just 3 rounds, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, for 3 rounds, it was a great exhibition. All right, and then this shit carries on, bro. And so by this time, Jake Paul shows up. And I got to give a shout out, right? I don't know. He's never going to hear this probably, but, you know, fuck it. We're putting it out there. I want to give a shout out to this guy named Wade, right? From the Wade Concept. And I've been following Wade, Kev, since I was living in Jersey, since 2018, like 2017 to 2018. And he's been around since like August of 2017. And he's been breaking down all these fights and everything. And then he worked his way up, to watch him work his way up to announce a Floyd Mayweather fight, to call it. Like it's fucking wild. And so like congrats to him and shout out to him, because like I've been following him. That's the first time I ever seen like that growth, like just that exponential growth as a persona in the YouTube community, like going from talking about these people to actually meeting Jake Paul. And that's where Jake Paul comes in. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jake Paul ended up in this event. Did you guys catch some wind of this news or not?
Yeah.
No, not really.
All right, so Jake Paul showed up, right? And then Jake Paul was announcing, and then he ended up next to Wade, which is why I shouted him out, and they were having a conversation. It was so surreal to me. I was like, wow, I can't believe I saw all of this like I just basically saw this as a fan, right? And then at the end of, so Jake Paul comes out at Tommy Fury's fight. So Tommy Fury fought in this card, right? And he fought this dude who was a last, like not even the last minute, like a last second, like brought in. His name was Paul Bamba, and it was a 6-round exhibition match. And it didn't even, bro, to call it a spar match would be like giving it too much credit. It was like, first of all, it was 2-minute rounds, right? And second of all, not only was it 2-minute rounds, but these motherfuckers were not trying to hurt each other. They were not trying to touch each other or anything. Like, these guys were just like, bro, it wasn't even a spar match. Bro, I think, Kev, me, you, and Ant have sparred a much more difficult spar in the backyard. Like, that, just to put into perspective. Like, I think we hurt each other more than they did because they were not... Huh?
And just for that match?
Yeah, just for that match. And then after they like sweated a little bit and did their 6 fucking rounds, fucking John Fury jumps in the ring with, you know, to celebrate with Tommy and shit. And then they start calling out Jake Paul, and Jake Paul's like telling them to come down here, and it gets all rowdy and shit. And Wade is there caught up in the shit, and it was just a funny thing. It was like all these things coming together and just creating this moment, right? And so we had no winner. We just, well, the audience won, right? I feel like I won because I saw this shit live, right? Like John Fury was like, I'm the knuckle boxer champion or something like that. Like he started shadow boxing in the ring. It was fantastic. It was beautiful. It was like, I felt like I was watching like TV. Like I felt like this was scripted, but it wasn't. It was great. So then we move on to Floyd Mayweather versus Deji, right? Oh boy. So the fight starts off like basically Floyd starts playing around. He's walking Deji with a low guard, right? And then bam, he starts hitting him. He starts punching him. Then by the second round, Deji awakens and shit. You know, they were like seeing where each other were, like each other's energies were. You feel me? And then by the second round, you know, they started going at it, and eventually, like they were supposed to do like 8 2-minute rounds, and they got to the 6. And yeah, Floyd was toying with Deji, but Deji got him, bro. Deji bruised Floyd, man. Deji bruised Floyd, bro. And it's not a lot of people that did that shit to Floyd. I don't think anybody's ever done that shit to Floyd, but Deji bruised the fuck out of Floyd. And it was such a great moment, bro. And he lasted 6 rounds. But Floyd, I don't know, like Floyd was not playing with him by the 6th round. Like Floyd activated, and he turned Floyd on. And I think he only even turned it up like to 70, 80%, because I think he could have gone to 100 and fucked him up. And I think he just turned it up to 70, 80, bro. Like like for a 45-year-old man, bro, like I'm not going to lie. Now I got to give Logan Paul a little bit more credit, because Floyd is still Floyd. Like he still got it. Like I think like he slowed down like maybe a 0.1 millisecond, but like damn, like Floyd still fucking got it, bro. Like that's all I could say about that. Like he fucking beat Deji's ass by the end of it. Like he was gonna knock him out. Like the referee Kenny Bayless was there, and he helped stop the fight. He helped Deji, and was watching out for him for his health and shit, because Floyd was just, he had him. He was just giving him the beats at that point. But yeah, guys. That was the whole card. It was a great event for $15. Like it was worth it. You feel me? Like I had fun. It was a great time. And yeah, man, Floyd still got it. I know Deji came out with a lot, and overall the event was what I wanted it to be. And Andrew Tate was there with Tristan Tate, and fucking KSI was there. Jake Paul had to leave at some point because KSI wouldn't go if like Jake Paul was there. Some bitch shit like that. I don't know, bro. But yeah, it was fun.
Okay, damn, that's crazy. Damn. Okay, so understanding that Father Time could always get Floyd, but Floyd still be able to activate the Floyd factor and just beat the shit out of Deji just shows that like Deji was so not prepared for that caliber of a fighter. And then we all knew Floyd was just gonna toy around. Like we all know that at any point he could just fuck him up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was our prediction. I think we all knew where that was gonna go. And
disappointed though about the Tommy Fury. Like hearing that right now, like the way you're describing it kind of gets me sad. I was like, damn. Like, if anything, I would expect the opposite, like him going all out so he could show like Jake Paul, like, yo, I'm not fucking around.
Exactly. And Jake Paul was right in front of him. He was heckling him and roasting him too. It was the funniest shit ever, bro. And nah, it wasn't enough.
Though what I am excited for is the face-off. I know you saw it, Jay. Did you see it, Raj?
Bro, I saw it again at the fucking fight.
Andrew and Jake Paul, somewhere in the near years of 2023, maybe. Anybody got anything on that?
All right.
What's going on?
So let me explain a little bit more, just to give some perspective to people who don't know, right? So Jake Paul and Andrew Tate did this video where they faced off with each other, and some guy was in the middle, which might be the thumbnail. Spoiler alert, or maybe not. And Jake Paul put it on his Instagram, and he wrote like a word. He just wrote negotiations on it, right? He labeled it negotiations, right? So that's all we know, right? What do you guys think on that? I want to know what you guys think, and then I'll give my opinions.
So I'm thinking that if they're cock teasing it like that, I mean, there's got to be something kind of going on, right? I mean, like, unless this is like the world's greatest clickbait of all time. I mean, look, we've been saying it for what, 2 pods now? We've been hinting Paul and Andrew Tate, kind of like going at it already at this point. And you know what? Honestly, it's something that I think they're going to milk. And I think like there might be something in the background that we're not knowing about, because right now Jake Paul's injured, bro. Like, I don't think he's going to be in commission like that. But if they're talking about January 2023,
it's Logan Paul that's injured.
Logan Paul. Look, oh wait. It's the other way around.
Logan Paul is the one that's injured, and Jake Paul is the boxer who's boxing right now. He faced off with Andrew.
No, but you Logan was the one that called out Andrew Tate, though, Raj, before the.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you know, I thought he got hurt.
Yeah, no, it's the brother Jake. That's the face off with Andrew Tate.
Really? Okay. Oh, sorry. So I got my shit confused. See, I feel like they look too similar, bro. I always get confused with them. I'm not gonna lie. But
don't worry, that happens to a lot of people.
Well, so all right. So that's the case. I mean, dude, if that's gonna be the case, I feel like his brother's just stepping up, just to cover his place, and then it's gonna be one of the greatest like clickbait events of the century, because we've been wanting, again, Logan Paul versus Andrew Tate for a little while now. I think the moment's finally arising where they're going to start losing eruption towards it.
Momentum.
And yeah, and they got to like hurry up and maybe put a fight together. I think that's what's happening. So I think they're trying to both find a way to make some good money off of it, to be honest with you. Because again, they think about it in the content's perspective. Like, like why wouldn't you try to drag this out when everybody wants to see it? Try to blue ball people for as long as you can, make them view as much as they can anytime you drop something like that, and then just kind of build it up. If it's true and they're really trying to, like I said, it'll be a very entertaining fight. Straight up boxer versus a kickboxer. We'll see who wins, legs or fists.
I'm excited for it personally, for the fact that we're finally gonna get a competent fighter to fight Jake Paul, and then we can finally see what Jake Paul's chops really are. I don't question his ability as an athlete, but I just question who he's choosing to fight to demonstrate that off of. And having Andrew Tate is the perfect mix of what Jake would be looking for, but at the same time, someone who I personally would believe could actually give him the works. But on top of that, I think this also plays out to one key factor that Andrew mentioned a long time ago. 2 warm-up fights, and then I'll fight Logan Paul. So I could see this one being the first warm-up fight.
Jake, a warm-up fight for Logan?
I could see it. You know? Like, I could see it happening.
Damn. That's
I think
putting some
you're
real
overestimating
disrespect.
Andrew and underestimating Jake, my brother.
I'm just thinking of based off when Andrew was caught a long time ago. I'm just going based off that. The 2 warm-up fights for the actual main event. That's how I always thought about it. I'm not saying that he's not that to call it a warm-up fight. Yes, it is a stretch. I acknowledge that. But I'm just going based off what he said in the past. That's all I'm labeling it as. Like, this could be the main card 100%. Is this something I want to see? 100%. Everybody wants to see this, like Roger was saying. Having the one canceled man versus the most controversial fighter. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see any other way.
Okay. I agree with you. I would want, as much as I would want Jake and Andrew to happen, I think that's a wet dream for everybody right now. Like anybody would want, anybody would pay $60 to watch that on pay-per-view, right? But let's face it. Andrew was quoted that he's like, I won't really fight anybody unless I really have beef with them. And I think he really dislikes Logan, right? So I really think there's a personal vendetta that he has against Logan. And I think Jake, right, has a personal vendetta against KSI, right? And Logan is partnered up with KSI. So I think knowing Jake and knowing things like that I've watched in the podcast when they're all together, I think now Jake is probably teaming up with Andrew to work on something because those 2 personalities can make for big money. You feel me? And especially in the fighting social media scene. Those are the 2 things that they have in common: social media and combat, right? And I think there's something there that could be done business-wise. Not only, I stopped thinking once I kept watching the video over and over again. I was like, I don't think these guys have bad blood. If anything, it's quite the opposite because Andrew has always said that he actually respects Jake Paul. You feel me? And so I feel like this is more of a business negotiation where the 2 are going to do some type of promotion or some type of social media thing. You know, maybe, maybe there's something in business to be done, especially not only combat wise, because Jake versus Andrew would be amazing, but also content wise. You know, it's content and combat. And I think they're choosing the content side.
Yeah, I can see where you're going by that.
Yeah. And some shit that was content this weekend, bro. A fight happened, bro. Did you hear about this? I'm sad, bro. I'm sad, fam. I'm not even gonna front, bro. The style bender,
lost, bro. Are we
the
lost?
style bender.
He was the chosen one. He
Why
was supposed
style
to bring
bender?
balance to the fighting style. Not join him, imagine.
Oh, my dog style bender, Izzy. All right, so Israel Adesanya went up against what is it? What was his name? Alexander Pereira.
Yes, sir.
Am I getting that right, bro? I don't want to butcher it, bro. He could beat my ass, fam. The hell? I'm gonna look it up.
Alexander Pereira.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got it right. Bet. So he went up against him, right? And I saw the fight. I know you guys didn't catch it. You were telling me off mic, right, guys? I'm correct, all right? I remember that correctly?
Yes, sir. I just
You guys
caught it
didn't
on
catch
the
a
news.
fight. Oh, okay, bet. So I was watching it by bits and pieces. I was in and out because I was with family, but it was on the TV, quote unquote. So I was watching it, and I did see some. I was paying attention, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, like I was watching most of the fight. Here distracted by my nieces, nephews, or family every now and then. But for the most part, bro, I saw Izzy was on top, bro. He was on top. He was making the most. He was connecting the most. He was evading punches. He was making him miss. He was taking him down. He was doing the things. He was doing everything correctly, bro. And he was up. Excuse me. He was up 3-1. You feel me? He was definitely up 3-1 by that time. And it's just that, that unlucky fifth round, bro. Izzy was fatigued, and I think he had given a lot. And Pereira just knew that, and he caught him. And he caught him, bro. And not only did he catch him once or twice, but he caught him with like 4 or 5 consecutive hooks, bro. And that's when I think Herb Dean, what's the fucking Herb? I know it's Herb, but anyway, Herb, the referee, went in and stopped that shit, bro. And it was so unfortunate, bro, because I'm a big fan of the style bender. Not only his fighting style, but who he is as a person, like his personality. It's very likable. You feel me? And so to see that happen to him, bro. But I saw like clips and pieces of the Andrew Schultz thing, and to me, like, he's taking it very well from what I saw. He accepts the defeat, he accepts the loss, and he still thinks that he could catch up Pereira, which is good. It's good to have that mindset. He's very like water. He's a strong force like a river, but he could flow like a lake. You feel me? Like he can stay still like a lake. Feel me? Like a stream. You feel me? Like,
yes, sir.
He's exactly the definition of Bruce Lee, like being like water. So, shouts out to Pereira. He's a new UFC champion, bro. But
congratulations to him.
Yeah, congratulations to him. Shout out to him. This was just his 4th or 5th fight, and he got it, bro, and he got it done. He set his mind to, it's got to be said about him setting his mind to a goal, beating the guy that he's, beaten before, and making it to this position. And, if nothing more is said, you got to, if anything else is said, it's got to be that he has put in the work, and you got to respect that. Anybody who puts in the work for anything, you got to, as a man, as a person, you got to just respect it. But yeah, bro, how'd you feel when you heard the news?
I was torn apart just for the fact that I called him a weep because, he is a guy who indulges in anime just like us people who regularly just watch anime. So, and I just appreciate like his personality, like Jay was saying, like he just brings out the realness of what it is to be a day-to-day person who just happens to be the champion. And that's what I always appreciated about him. Like, and I also like how sometimes his key moments of life imitating art, like, for example, the fight with Anderson, like literally when they stood by each other and they had that Rock Lee versus Gara moment, like to me that was so iconic to me. I was like, I can't believe it. Like they like, I know Izzy knew, but Anderson was just like, I'm gonna just do my signature stare off and just look at my opponent in the eye. And I'm like, bro, you have no idea. You're looking at like the fucking Gara right now, and Izzy's giving you the biggest Rock Lee stance right now, and you didn't even know, right? I appreciated that so much. So, it's just one of those things where like I'm very sad, but like you just mentioned, to hear that he's accepting the loss, and I feel like that's gonna fuel him like a big fire, bro. Because I know, like personally, sometimes when me, who was a competitive force in video games, when I take an L, the next thing I want to do is like, yo, ready the fuck up right now, bro. I want to get back in the match and just win.
That's true. That's facts.
What about you, broski?
A man who watches anime is truly a man. And that's why he's so strong. But damn it, we all take a loss. I really know nothing about this fight, but you know what? I respect him for keeping to his style, and keeping up that, I guess you can call it his bit, because let's be real, nobody's really that original anymore like that. You don't see nobody kind of coming up with something like that nowadays. to like, you know, make the show more entertaining, to make the fights more like immersive. It's something you can connect with, and that's kind of like a really nice thing for a fighter to have. All in all, I mean, you know, you just win some, you lose some, I guess.
That's it, Raj.
Papa, I have like nothing on this fight. I'm telling you.
I know. I feel you. I just thought maybe like us talking about it would, you know.
No,
not that I like.
Hey, you guys covered everything.
Don't worry, Papi. I'll kiss you on the forehead, bro.
Yo,
oh, okay.
Yo, do it already. It's empty promises. But anyway.
Hey, yo.
Oh, my bad.
All right, guys.
I called the counts on myself.
So, Roger had a topic that he wanted to introduce, guys. It's a cute topic, and I'm gonna have a crazy opinion on it. So I'll go last again.
my
Don't worry, we're not gonna get canceled.
Me cute. My boy called me cute. Damn it, not again. I mean, what? So, guys, energy drinks. You know, this has been my entire thing on it. I used to be a big energy drinker, and I feel like it was a big part of like my life at one point, and like I felt like I was always downing 1, 2, maybe a day. And you know, I'm kind of curious. Would you consider energy drinks a kind of like a drug? Because me personally, I view it as a drug. I really do.
Yeah.
Taurine is something you can get addicted to so easily, man, because of the rush it gives you. And it's kind of scary to think about it because, you know, would you ever consume nearly a 32-ounce jar of sugar? Would you ever just physically consume that?
I don't know.
That's what two energy drinks would do to you. Exactly how much of that's in there.
Damn.
And you know, like, hey, there's ones that have no sugar. They're all vitamins, but they have increased taurine. They have creatine in them. They have all this extra, like, you know, intensive chemicals that, like, you know, your body naturally can take and then begin to crave in an unhealthy way. What's your takes on it?
So I'm someone who, just so everybody knows, I do not drink any caffeine at all. I am not a coffee person. I do not drink energy drinks. I drink them in like the rare scenario where I have not slept for more than 24 hours and I need to be awake for the remainder of time, and I need to be alerted or aware for other people. You know, that's the only time I'm actually drinking one of this. And both my brother and my broski Roger can testify for this.
I'm the exact opposite. I'm a coffee and energy drink drinker, but I do coffee only now. I've cut the drug.
But yeah, so I'll give you the perspective of someone who does not drink these. I personally believe in willpower and just putting your mind to it through discipline and just pushing yourself forward. Now, hence, this is something that I've just discovered this year. So everyone, I am 27-year-old and I just discovered this shit. So do not feel like this isn't something that you just discover day and night. No, this is something you discover over time and just pushing yourself through it, and eventually you'll reach to that level. But I also do understand and live with a mother who cannot function without her coffee on a daily basis. So when I see her, she makes it a point to make sure the kettle is heating up right before she showers, and as soon as she showers, it's literally heating up to the temperature where it starts making a noise, so the whole house starts waking up. And to see that it's like part of her ritual, I also understand how for some people who do it decaf, it's like, oh no, I just like the taste of coffee. So it's like, okay, yeah, it's just part of your morning ritual. So that's completely understandable. That's my take on it. You do not need any type of energy drinks whatsoever.
All right,
Jay,
let's get to the question that Roger asked. Right, Roger also asks in the group chat. Right, he also asks why people start them. Let's get to why people start them.
Okay, yeah.
You know, a lot of the reasons why, right? All right, let's. The basic thing is if you need a boost. By the way, did you guys before I continue, did you guys lower your volumes?
Yeah, I am at halfway.
Yeah.
All right. So the simple basis is, right, that when you're feeling low on energy, you need a boost, right? That's when you start looking for the boost, but you need to get to why you're low on energy, why you feel like you're out of fuel, especially, from anybody below 35, you feel me? You need to get to that root. And a lot of that just starts with, Kevin said a point that I agree with, that it starts with your discipline. Right. And a lot of people just build habits over time. I'm speaking for myself, I've built a habit to seek comfort. So if there was if I was feeling any type of way, I'd go for like food or weed or video games or whatever. And I think when you're working, and I think when either you don't like your job, or maybe you're just in lackluster physical condition, or maybe you're just going through a lot in life, a lot of that can drain your energy. You feel me? So I think when you're feeling drained of energy and you need that pick me up, because you can't do it no more, because you're just living through life. Every person has it difficult in life. It's not just you, listener. It's not just me. It's not just it's everybody is a universe in themselves. You get me? And they're going through so much, right?
It doesn't matter from any class, any race. It's just everyone has problems.
Exactly. And since everybody has problems, and everybody needs a pick me up, you find comfort in and then you go, and then energy drinks becomes your thing. So to what Roger said, yes, it can be like a drug, because you become dependent on this, and it could fuck up your health in the long run. I think a cup of coffee a day is healthy. I think everything in moderation and balance is healthy. But, things can become a drug when you do too much of it, like alcohol. Alcohol is a drug. But, you sip, maybe you take 2 shots at a bar and then you're good for the night. Maybe you take 3 shots. But then what happens when you take, when you start getting into double digits of shots, and these are not watered down drinks. These are actual full shots. What starts happening is, it starts affecting your liver. It starts affecting your peripherals, and it starts affecting your balance. And then all of a sudden you're blacking out. And, you guys could attest to this. I've done that at Kevin's party in Ecuador.
Yes,
you know what? I've done that at Kevin's party as well.
Look at that. Yeah, guys, come to my party. Now imagine.
Apparently everyone just gets blacked out.
Yeah.
Single. Wait, what?
What?
So just like everything, So I think people who need energy need to find ways through it. Like Kevin said, Kevin hit it right on the nose. Like it's through sheer discipline. And it's not just getting yourself through the day, but it's also doing things to recharge yourself. Examples given: exercise, eating healthier, you gotta look at chips like regular gasoline. You gotta look like Chipotle, like the middle one, and then you gotta look like a healthy, brown rice, no seasoning, barely any seasoning chicken, like no breading chicken, just grilled chicken. You gotta like smoothies, shakes, all this shit is like premium thing. You feel me? Like whatever fuels you the best is just going to make you it's going to make you feel the best. And just by pure law of you feeling your best, you're going to have a ton of energy. So it's about breaking these things down. And that's how my mind works. You could ask these guys, you could especially ask Kevin. My mind just breaks things down and it gets to the root of the problem. You feel me? So the root of the problem is just It's just a lack of discipline, and seeking comfort. And eventually, you got to find your way to see what energizes you. You know, like exercise and eating healthy are like the main things, but like are the universal things. But then there's other things that could amplify your happiness. And it's not even about feeling happy. It's about having the energy to do things and having the enthusiasm and the wherewithal to do things at your most 110% level. You feel me? And that's that on that.
Yeah. And this is not to take away from I'm sorry, Raj, I just want to throw this out there real quickly. This is not to take away from anybody who goes to school as a professor or student, does my graveyard shifters. This does not take away from any of you guys who need this to function and get your paper, do it. But we just all, as Jay was repeating, seeking for better alternatives for the betterment of your health.
And if you're going to do it, I did mention moderation as well.
Exactly, yeah.
That's what I was going to get to. Take your energy drink, but don't make it a daily. Take it when you really need it. Like you are absolutely 100% dead and you can't physically function. It's okay to take that, to give yourself
examples
that boost.
given. I had to work a Black Friday one time, and I stayed up till 4 a.m. partying, and then I had to show up to work at 8. Bam, energy drink. Not just one, not just 2, but 3. But that was it.
No, yeah,
but
I completely agree with you on that.
I needed it, and then I never touched them again. But that's how it should be. It's just like Roger said. It's when you absolutely need it. So it's not to shit on you, but it's the root of. You got to get to the root of the foundation, and if sometimes you can't, then you just can't. You got to give yourself that leniency. Everything is nuanced, everything is complex, and everything has variables, and the variables are constantly changing.
Yeah, just take your time with things, Hey, and you know what? What I've learned in life, and this is going to be a big one, it's coming from the guy who literally was like that and drank probably 2 monsters a day, sometimes 3 when he was supposedly exhausted in high school doing football. Change up your caffeine source. Go from light to dark to medium roasts. Fucking rotate out your shit. I promise you. Cut one roast for a week. Go to a different roast. You'll see the difference. People think that drinking their same cup of coffee, same style, same everything is always going to get them up. No, man. It's the same thing like a workout routine. Your body gets used to it, and your body no longer gets the effects it needs. So you become numb to those effects. Always look for a new way for your body to take in the energy. Cup of coffee, like Jay said, is fine, but just change up your sources.
Yep. No, Roger, you have a great point. You know what energizes me, Roger? Like what energizes his next guy? Guess. Take a guess.
Oh,
the hype of the trailers, baby.
No, what energizes me is revenge. You killed my dog. I'm gonna come for everything you got. Bro, the boy, the man, the myth, the legend is back. He's back, guys, for a 4th time.
Keanu Reeves
is back.
John Wick 4.
Coming soon to theaters.
I'm freaking hyped, man.
Yeah. Alright, so what do you guys think about the trailer? Did you get to see it?
Yeah, I saw it. It's,
doesn't
show a lot. I was going to tell my opinion about it. I don't want to break it down.
All right.
Yeah.
So your opinion.
I like it that the fact that it shows him coming back to. Well, personally, though, I'm happy that Keanu's back in the scope of making movies, just in general. Because anything Keanu does, I always generally like to watch. And he always says to himself, he does not come back to roles unless he himself, they say they make the character to justice. So just to hear that is just one of those things where it's like, okay, good. We know that the 4th one is not going to be like it's not like, oh, we're just making for money. No, it's coming back to make a good movie for John Wick as a character.
Yeah.
But but one thing I do appreciate is just like, the beginning, like showing him like mourning and him talking to the gentleman. That flashback. And then him saying you're gonna die, and he's like, maybe not. I like it. Yeah. I like the symbolism too, like the cherry blossom trees, and then it goes red. Like in Japan, cherry blossom trees always represents new cycle. So
the sakuras.
The sakura trees. So to see that symbolizing, and then go into red, where it's like, okay, we're gonna get new bloodshed. Like you could look at it in that way. It's pretty dope. But I'm excited.
Raj?
So, I agree with Kevin. Anything Keanu's in, man, is always fucking awesome. That man plays a badass role all the way to literally the heavens and back. And
he's just
honestly,
a different Keanu all the time.
Exactly. He's never. That's the beauty of it. He's literally always playing either a more intense role or a more like, what's the other word I'm looking for?
Philosophical.
More like abundant. You know what? Yeah, philosophical. That works. Because Keanu's been. I feel like he's one of the old legends that's still around. And the fact that we're getting another movie from another legend in our time after so many have already passed or have given up acting as a whole is beautiful. Like, why am I forgetting him? Ace Ventura. Help me think of the actor's name.
Jim Carrey.
Fucking playing Eggman. That threw me through a fucking loop, bro. Him being Eggman for the Sonic movies. Yeah, and he killed it. That's the point. When you're a great actor, it doesn't matter what the role you play, you always kill it. And that's the same energy Keanu gives to everybody else, bro. He always comes in and delivers beyond all belief. So I am hyped to see what John Wick 4 is going to bring to us, and all the original badassery he always comes with. I'm super, super hyped. That trailer looked badass. If you haven't watched it, go watch it.
Yeah. I pretty much agree with what you guys said. I really liked the music. The music choice for this was spectacular because it was intense. It was different. It was very cinematic music, and it definitely gave off the vibe that there's going to be a lot of betrayal. And honestly, so far I've been right in my movies, in my movie predictions, because if you listen to the last podcast, if you hear my Wakanda prediction, then you watch the movie, you'll know what I mean. But so anyways, for the John Wick, I'm just really looking forward to the action, the fighting scenes. That's what we know John Wick for, the unorthodox camera angles and the fighting scenes. I'm really looking forward to that because it looked great. Like the way they chopped up the trailer. The trailer overall, just as a trailer, really did its job. Really sold it to me, really made me believe that this is a movie that people were passionate about and took their time with. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. Yeah, you guys pretty much nailed it. I'm just really looking forward to it. I love the antagonist. I think the Asian dude who played Shang-Chi's dad. He's in this movie, and I really like him as an actor. He's been in a bunch of movies like since I could ever remember, and he's always like played a great role. So I know he plays a great antagonist, a la Shang-Chi's father. So that's gonna be. Was it Shang-Chi? Oh yeah. Let's get into
some Marvel talk. Let's get some Marvel talk in. All right. So you guys, have you heard of confirmations of a contract for a certain hero that my brother and I and Broski here, Roger, really love? Mr. Spooderman and the boy Tom Holland confirming a 6-movie contract signing deal. How do you guys feel about that?
2 of them are going to be Marvel. 2 of them have to be Marvel at least. And I'm hoping they gotta be right. There's gotta be 2 Marvel movies at least within.
No. There's 6 movies confirmed.
For Marvel, solemnly, not
it's
everything.
Rumored. It's rumored, bro. It's not confirmed. Stop saying confirmed, bro. It's rumored.
Oh,
it's not.
Okay, well,
isn't it confirmed?
It's not confirmed, bro. It's rumored, fam.
All right. Well, okay, okay. But here was my point, though. If they are going to be movies, are they strictly Marvel, or is it going to be like Tom Holland's going to do 6 movies as a whole?
Exactly. We don't even know. We don't even, because first of all, it's rumored. But but obviously Tom Holland is coming back for a 4th movie, and I think he should be. I think it's almost certain that he's in negotiations because one, a lot of it's been posted by a lot of I think B-list, C-list YouTubers, and they speak about it or whatnot. But as for now, no official statement or website has declared it. So, Kevin, are you looking it up? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe. No,
I was going to ask if we could. I was going to ask right now if we could just redo this whole introduction for the Spider-Man shit because I really fucked it up with me saying confirm. Because I swear to God, I saw.
We just explained it.
No, because the only reason I'm saying they're saying that there's one right here. I'm saying right now on GOTV where Spider-Man's signing a contract. That's what I'm saying.
But that's not a reliable source. Is
from Spider-Man updates on Twitter? There's nothing on Zendaya, but Tom is confirmed.
Yeah, that might just be like
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I understand how.
All right, let's keep all this in. This is just funny. Bloopers.
Nah, it's just because personally, my energy is just all thrown off now. Because I personally just feel like, there's no way. Like you saying all that, I was like, there's no way I'm misled. I know I saw it. Because it's happened recently. That's what I'm saying. And I remember, now I'm looking at it. Yeah, it was 2 days ago that I saw this.
Yeah, but I don't know if Spider-Man update on Twitter is a reliable source.
Well, either way, if Tom Holland is signing off for 6 movies, if it's just movies, I'm hoping it's 2 Marvel movies. Because let's be real. We're getting a lot of the Avengers being replaced now at this point. So I'm wondering if we're going to get an Avengers 2.0. Avengers Assemble 2, bro. I'm just saying. Yeah,
I was going to say, let's just entertain the fact that if it is confirmed, I was just going to say that, but, motherfuckers' energies would be thrown off so easily. I was going to say that let's play with the idea that it is 6 confirmed movies, because if you think about it, it not only could be like another Spider-Man trilogy, but it could be 3 other movies where it could be 1 Sony movie and 2 Marvel movies. And I think if it's 6, that it makes sense because it could be a trilogy and those options.
Yeah, bro, I'm thinking another Spider-Man movie where like Tom Holland is teaching Miles Morales for the Miles Morales movie that is expected to come out, and then Avengers Assemble. Just saying, 2.0 done right there. That's all we would need at that point, just to get things, just to get like a Marvel as rolling as a whole.
All right,
whatever else, I mean, who knows?
Speaking of Marvel, let's get to it. Let's just get to Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda, we've been dying to talk about this.
Wakanda really is forever, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. So Wakanda Forever, premiered on. It premiered last week. I don't know. It premiered for me. It premiered the 11th on Friday. You know, for if you know your early premiere type, do it. It premiered on the 10th, but it had a great opening weekend. I don't know how many calls or how many sales or whatever, but I know it had a great opening weekend. I could tell by the congestion in the movie theater. But
I'm sure you're there.
Yeah, so what do you boys think? What do you boys think about the movie?
Kev, I've been dying to hear your perspective.
Great. Yeah, it was a great movie. Great dedication to Chadwick Boseman. Love how they handled Shuri as a character. Love the Killmonger coming back. That was great. I saw it twice, so yeah, I saw it from a person who saw it for the first time and then was able to catch details from the second time. Yeah, it was just overall a great movie.
Jay?
Well, Wakanda Forever. For me, it was okay. I want to say it was like 2 levels above mid. You know, it was a great dedication. I feel for Chadwick Boseman. I feel in that regard. Look, I think in regards to what everything that they've been through, you know, not only personal but just, you know, with the movie in itself and all the production setbacks it has and all the bumps on the road, you know, for what it's been through, it's they came out with a solid project. Like in that regard, it's a great movie. But in overall Marvel movies, when you put in comparison, there are some great moments that are better than the first one. I'm not gonna front. Like the story, the plot is a lot better than the first one. Like the first one is kind of very, you know, Hamlet, Lion King-ish, you know, type beat. But this one had a great story. You know, this one was very geopolitical. It had some hints of politicalness. It had ancestry. It had culture. It had a lot of culture. Like it had and more culture than the first movie. You know, because it's 2 contrasting cultures and that 2 opposing cultures. You know, land vibranium and water vibranium going against each other. But not only that, but it's also the world government, that culture. So it's like a triangle of just mayhem. You feel me? And the plot is so great. Are we doing spoilers? Fuck it, we're doing spoilers. Like Namor is so great. Just like, you know, at the core, he's for his people, and he's seen what. And as a child, you know, when you get that impression of humans and you see what they do, and how you know they can be cruel people, you kind of don't have sympathy for who they become or who they could evolve to years later. You still see them as a certain way, especially when you've lived as long as Namor. So Namor has this very radical thinking in regards to land people. And so that plot was amazing. You know, Namor was really well done. He's a great actor. It's just really fantastic. You feel me? Like just really fantastic villain, not even villain, but antagonist, and like just he just did really well. But there were some moments where I felt the movie may have dragged, where the movie may have hit like just some. Like the ending fight was very like lackluster. I feel like, all right, sure, he got stabbed and everything, and she, you know, she dried him out or whatever, and she found his weakness, and he only gets stronger with water. Yeah, but that was it, you know. Oh, but I get it. It's Shuri Smarts that ends up beating him, not her being the Black Panther. So it comes, you know, I think it comes full circle. And for what they had to do and for what they had to work with, it was a really, really great movie. Kevin hit it right on the nose. It is a great movie. I just think in regards to Marvel movies in comparison, I think this was going to fall short, you know. But I got to watch it again. This is only off one watch, you know. And are we talking about the mid-credit scenes or what?
Yeah, I mean, dude, that was involved in the movie. Dude, the fact that he had a son. They just dropped the fact that there's going to be another, like, lineage being introduced. Oh, man, that hit me so different, bro. What did you think on that? Are we, what are we predicting right now? Like, what's the big move right now?
I think.
What are they doing with this character?
Yeah, I think they're setting up. They're definitely gonna set up. Look, you know how they got Okoye, they got her addressed. Shuri got her that suit. I think that's gonna be the new Wakandan protectors until he can take the throne. And I think they're gonna put him in. Young T'Challa, T'Challa Jr. When he becomes old enough, I think he's gonna. I think he's either gonna take the mantle and become king as an adult, or he might become the Black Panther as an early teen and join the Young Avengers. I think either or is a possibility. But yeah, they're definitely setting him up for. A nice little.
Go ahead. Sorry. No, go ahead, Jake. Sorry. Finish your
oh my god! I was saying they're definitely setting him up for like a future Black Panther film, like for sure. For sure, they wouldn't have given him the son if it wasn't. And I like that they're not recasting T'Challa, but they still have a T'Challa. It's his son, it's his legacy, and he can become the Black Panther. You feel me? And I like that. I that's one way of doing a recasting without having to do an actual recasting. You feel me? Because now the options are open for whoever wants to play Black Panther again. I think it was. I think this movie was very well done for what they had to do. I'm not gonna lie. For what they had to go through, it was phenomenal.
I mean, it had to follow up with Thor: Love and Thunder, so it wasn't that hard to follow up. They massacred my boy. It's obvious.
That is facts.
You know what we're missing out on, and that's that. I've realized that no one's really realizing. We have now Ironheart available to us in the Marvel Universe. We have technically a new Iron Man, bro. We have a new Iron Man, bro, and Riri fucking played that part so good. That shit was so fucking
Williams
fire.
Was great. Riri Williams was fucking great in that movie. Like you know what vibes it gave me, bro, is when Shuri was like Tony. And then he went and found Spider-Man. Like that. Those are the vibes that that dynamic gave me. Like mentor. Still like kind of cool enough to be friends with you, but like old enough to like mentor you. And you're like a super smart kid. You build your own shit and you have your own gadgets. And your mind is a hero in its own and shit. But you still need some guidance, and I like that dynamic because it was reminiscent of that Tony Stark, Peter Parker in the MCU type relationship. Feel me?
I agree. I had so many Spider-Man vibes when that was all. Kev, what do you think? You said you had something that you were leaving till now to talk about.
No, I didn't say that. You just asked for my opinion. I said I was going to save it for the pod.
I thought you said you had oh well. All right. Well, anything else, bro? Anything else you want to add to that?
I mean, overall, you guys got most of the points. Yeah, I mean, it's a great movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly. Like I said, I saw it a second time, so that second perspective, I was able just to catch details that I couldn't catch before, or like look at other details that, aside from what the main plot would want you to look at, like other small things that you didn't notice in the first viewing.
What do we think as a rating? Me personally, I think it's like a 7.5, almost an 8.
I'm putting it as a solid 8.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna give 7.8. Not gonna lie, like I'm between both of you. Like damn, Raj, I didn't think you were gonna do it. I didn't think you were gonna give 7.5. I was like 7.8. It's almost an 8.
The reason why is because, like you said, because like you said, it dragged on in some parts, but and like again, you know what it was? It had Marvel movie vibes, but it wasn't a Black Panther vibe.
Yeah, that's what it was.
That's what it was. That's what I felt like was missing.
That's exactly what it was. Because I don't know, Chadwick. You know, it's like, yeah, bro. But for what this movie had to do, it did it, bro. It did it, and it exceeded that. That's the thing. That's why I'm so confused. But it's just, bro, like Chadwick left a big gaping hole. Like you really could not do this movie without him. Just imagine this movie and what it would have been with him, bro. When you turn that shit on. Oh man, you just start to imagine like him and Namor, the fight that would. Oh, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Ah man.
We could have had a couple more good movies with him, but you know, may he rest in peace now.
Yes, sir. Rest in peace, Chadwick. Rest in peace, Young Dolph. Rest in peace, Mo3. Rest in peace, King Von. Those are just some rappers I didn't name last podcast that I forgot to name. If I remember more, I'll just rest in peace, send my condolences in some other time. But yeah,
airdrop here.
You know, rest in peace, everybody we lost. You know, and you know that just like this Black Panther film, your presence is a hard void to fill. You feel me? And that goes for anybody going through a loss right now. You know, just keep your head up. You know, live for your purpose and for God's purpose, and walk in a righteous manner, and you'll be fine. 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 Everything's gonna be all right. And now, to close this out, if you stuck with us this long, you stick with us forever, and you won't go wrong. We do it for the fun. And we do it for the funds. And remember, no, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna steal Joe Budden shit, but I'm not.
You don't want to get canceled today. Okay. I feel you.
All right. Have a good night, hooligans. It's Jesus.
Care, guys.
It's Jay.
It's Kev.
And your boy.
Yeah, have a good night now.
Peace, hooligans.